Good morning, my dear students. Today we are going to see ninth standard 4th unit prose 17 oranges written by Bill Norton. William John Francis Norton, known as Bill Norton, was an Irish born British playwright and author. He worked as a weaver, coal baker, and lorry driver before he started writing. He wrote many novels, short stories, plays, and children's books. He is the best known for the play Alfie. Before enter the lesson, we talk about how did you manage the problem situations. Imagine you are caught while secretly eating something without your parents' permission. What would be your reaction at the moment? How did you manage that situations? In the story 17 Oranges, let us see if the narrator is able to cleverly manage a tricky situation or not. Oranges. The narrator was very fond of eating oranges. He used to eat them all day and every day. But one day, a policeman found 17 oranges hidden away in narrator's packets. The policeman locked narrator and he has never eaten an orange again. The narrator wants to tell us the story. The narrator worked in the Swift Delivery Company and he often went in and out of the docks. He was driving a little pony cart. He was not really a thief, but he usually left the ducks with something under his apron. Apron means a protective garment. He had made the apron himself and it was a big one. Sometimes bunches of bananas fell to the ground. Often his friends kicked a bunch to him from the boat. He always picked up the bananas quickly and hid them under his apron. Then he spent the rest of the day eating bananas. He liked bananas, but he likes oranges best of all. Only he took things when he found them. But some people planned a theft very carefully. Clem Jones was a careful planner. Now I tell the story about Clem Jones. One day Clem was coming out of the ducks. He was carrying a box. Pongo, the policeman, asked him to open the box. Clem Jones refused, don't, and told that there was a cat in the box. But Pongo did not believe and insisted him to open it. When Clem Jones opened the box, the cat ran into the duck. Clem ran after the cat. He was shouting angrily. 2 minutes later, Clem came back with the same box. He was holding the lid down tightly. Pongo laughed at him. This time, Pongo allowed him to go out from the duck. But really, there was a large touch cheese in the box. Thus, he secretly theft out his plan. That was the Clem story. But narrator was not so lucky. Pongo the policeman caught him red handed because his apron string broke. Policeman noticed his trouser pocket were somewhat bulging. The policeman caught him red handed. He took narrator into his cabin nearby and locked into his cabin. There were 17 oranges. Pongo counted them and placed them carefully on the table. Pongo said to the narrator, "You have stolen 17 oranges. Have you got anything to say?" But the narrator did not say anything. So Pongo wanted to bring another policeman to be a witness against the narrator. Pongo left the cabin and locked the door behind him. The narrator was very worried. He looked at the walls. He looked at the locked door. He looked at the 17 oranges. He thought he will lose his job. He will go to prison. What will his father say? What will his father do? He almost gave up the hope of escaping from the trouble. The voice in the narrator's head told him to eat the oranges and destroy the evidence. The narrator took a small knife from his pocket and cut the oranges into large pieces. He swallowed the pieces of oranges one after the other. The narrators swallowed the pips and peels. Suddenly, the door began to open. The narrator went through a great deal of struggle and finally managed to finish off the last pieces of the last orange. Pongo and the other policeman walked in. Pongo said, "This is the thief. I caught him with his pocket full of 17 oranges." And he asked the narrator, "Where are the oranges?" Pongo looked everywhere and he understood what had happened. But it was very difficult to believe. He said, 17 big oranges. How did you eat them all?" The narrator said, "Nothing." Pongo was not able to send the narrator to prison. There was no evidence. Pongo became angry and shouted at him, but the narrator did not say anything. As there was no evidence, Pongo let the narrator go. The narrator felt very sick for a week, and those oranges kept working away in his stomach. After the incident, the narrator's love for oranges disappeared. He never ate an orange again. Recapitulation. Where did the narrator work? Where did the narrator work? The narrator worked in the Swift Delivery Company. The narrator worked in the Swift Delivery Company. What was the narrator's job in the ducks? What was the narrator's job in the ducks? The narrator was a coachman of a little pony cart. The narrator was a coachman of a little pony cart. What was Clem Jones carrying in the box? What was Clem Jones carrying in the box? Clem Jones was carrying a cat in the box. Clem Jones was carrying a cat in the box. What happened when the box was opened? What happened when the box was opened? When the box was opened, a cat jumped and ran back into the ducks. When the box was opened, a cat jumped and ran back into the ducks. Did the narrator believe Clump's story? Did the narrator believe Clump's story? No, the narrator did not believe Clump's story. No, the narrator did not believe Clump's story. What was the narrator carrying in his pockets? What was the narrator carrying in his pockets? The narrator was carrying 17 oranges in his pocket. The narrator was carrying 17 oranges in his pocket. Who is Pongo? Who is Pongo? Pongo is a policeman. Pongo is a policeman. Why did Pongo want to bring another policeman? Why did Pongo want to bring another policeman? Pongo wanted to bring another policeman to be a witness against the narrator. Pongo wanted to bring another policeman to be a witness against the narrator. What did the voice in the narrator's head tell him to do? What did the voice in the narrator's head tell him to do? The voice in the narrator's head told him to eat the oranges and destroy the evidence. The voice in the narrator's head told him to eat the oranges and destroy the evidence. What did the narrator do with the pips and peels? What did the narrator do with the pips and peels? The narrator swallowed the pip and peels. The narrator swallowed the pips and peels. We will meet in next class. Thank you, students.